Okay, this is activity number 6. This is entitled Electronic Configuration and Quantum Number. So this will be a sort of a practice sa inyo on how to make the electron configuration of our atoms. At the same time, we will be discussing the 4 quantum numbers. Okay. So again, do not forget class. Now when you say electron configuration, that's the summary or the arrangement of the electrons in the orbitals of the atoms. So aside from the electron configuration, we also have the so-called quantum numbers. And these quantum numbers will tell us about the different properties of the electrons in there and their orbital. So again, we have 4 quantum numbers here. Um, I'll just I'll just maglalagay ako ng deadline sa Schoology, but then I'm not strict with the deadline actually. You can even pass it next week, ha? Basta kung sa tingin ninyo hindi na kaya today, it's okay. Tomorrow or the next days, basta alam nyo lang kung ano yung gagawin nyo with the activity. So you have to do this wholeheartedly para pagdating ng exam, kaya nyo siyang answeran, ha? I have no problem actually nagse-set lang talaga ako ng deadline sa Schoology kasi need naman talaga lagyan ng deadline. Pero when it comes to submission, hindi ako strict for the submission. As long as mag-submit kayo, 'di ba? Basta may submission lang para may grades kayo, ha? Kapag hindi na kaya today, that's okay. You can do this some other time. If kanang free na mo at the same time mas nindot magunang magbuhat og activity na kanang ganing wala tay laing ginahuna-huna maka-focus ta and mas masabtan na to siya. Okay, let's discuss the 4 quantum numbers. We have here the principal quantum number, angular momentum quantum number, magnetic, and the spin quantum number. Now, this morning, I have actually discussed the principal quantum number. Yung kanyang class symbol is small letter n. And ano yung nire-represent ni principal quantum number? This represents the energy level na inoccupy ng ating electron. And at the same time, it also represent the orbital size. So, ito yung class, tinatawag nating main energy level, and yung mga values ng principal quantum number are positive integers from 1 to 7 actually. Kasi principal quantum number actually is your period sa periodic table. Again, it's the period in the periodic table. And paano mo siya malalaman? Mas madaling i-identify yung mga quantum numbers if you know the electron configuration. So partner to silang dalawa. Again, partner silang dalawa ni electron configuration. So for example, let's start with the simplest element, which is hydrogen. So for hydrogen, you have one atomic number here, which means you also have one electron. Therefore, when we make the electron configuration for hydrogen, it is just 1s1. And if you're asked what is the principal quantum number of your hydrogen, automatically it's 1. Kasi wala ka ng ibang number dyan, 1 na lang. Pero in the case of other elements, you just have to look at this big number here sa tabi ng letter, and then kung ano yung pinakamalaki, yun yung principal quantum number. Again, kung ano yung pinakamalaki, it's the principal quantum number. Kasi again, the principal quantum number will tell you how big your atom is. So makikita kung anong energy level yung na-occupy ng mga electrons. So the more energy levels na na-occupy, the larger the atom will be. Next, we have number 2, the angular momentum quantum number. It's also called azimuthal quantum number. So, itong angular momentum quantum number, yung symbol niya ay L. Actually, it's not written as this. It's written as yung parang pinakatay na L, the lambda. Ayan. So, ito namang angular momentum quantum number, it actually represents the subshells. Kasi we have the main energy level here, and then pagdating sa angular, it will be the subshells. And then take note that the subshells are the SPDF. So starting from the angular quantum number, ang titingnan na natin is yung last na configuration. Actually, sa hydrogen, wala ka na ibang titingnan since you only have one orbital here, 1s1. Now, yung values nito can be 0 to n-1. Always remember n-1, hindi pwedeng magpantay si principal quantum number at si angular quantum number. So, SPDF ito, diba? Now, itong SPDF, meron siyang mga na-designate na number here. Kung ang last na orbital na na-occupy ng inyong last electron ay S, meaning the angular quantum number is 0. If it's P, then it's 1. And then for D, it's 2. And then for F, it's 3. Now for hydrogen, you have S here, which means automatically, the angular quantum number for hydrogen is 0. Okay? So I believe hindi pa yan basta-bastang nakukuha sa isang round lang. So I'll have more examples later. And then we have the next one, the magnetic quantum number. Yung symbol niya is small letter M or sometimes meron kayong makikita na L. Ayan. Okay, so for magnetic quantum number, it will tell us the orientation of these electrons sa kanilang orbitals around the nucleus. So kaya ka may ML dyan kasi yung magnetic quantum number ay nakadepende sa angular quantum number. Now ganito siya class. S is, di ba yung S meron lang siyang isang orbital. Ayan. And then automatic may number na na-designate dito. It's 0. For P, meron tayo, di bang, tatlong orbital for P. So, kaya nung high school kayo, I don't know kung tinuro ito sa inyo, pinasusulat kayo ng ganito, mga box. These actually represent the orbital. Yung mga numbers naman, magsisimula ka sa 0 class. So, ilolocate mo yung gitna, automatic yung gitna will be 0. And then going to the right, it will be positive. And then going to the left, it will be negative. Now for the D, remember the D has 5 orbitals. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yan. So again, just like the P orbital, sorry. Okay, ilolocate mo again yung gitna. So we have a 0 here. And then going to the right, positive na naman. So you have positive 1. And then meron ka pa isa sa positive 2. Okay, and then going to the left, that will be negative 1 and negative 2. This is also true for the F. So we have 7 all in all. 5, 6, and 7. All you need to do is locate the center. So the center automatic is the 0. And positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. So ganito yung gagawin nyo. Since this is 0, so we'll choose S. And then titingnan natin ilang electron. Isa. Meaning ilalagay natin siya dito. Always tayo na going up sa first na electron. So, going up. So, automatic class kasi wala ka ng choice kasi S naman yan, automatic 0 din ito dito. 0 din kasi yung number ng orbital niya. And then for the last quantum number, that's spin quantum number or yung symbol niya ay S, sometimes it's MS kasi the spin quantum number is dependent on the magnetic quantum number. So ang gamit naman nito is used to this is used to distinguish between two electrons in the orbital. It will determine the spin or the orientation. Kaya meron tayong arrow up and arrow down kung saan papunta yung spin ng ating electron. Now ganito lang ang tandaan natin. The values of the spin quantum number is either positive or negative. And then, para maging uniform tayo, ang gamitin natin, positive 1/2 and negative 1/2. If the last electron is going up, automatic the spin quantum number is positive 1/2. If the last electron is going down, automatic this is negative 1/2. Pero actually, pwede kang gumamit ng positive 1 at negative 1 or positive 2 and negative 2. Pero, para uniform, positive 1/2 and negative 1/2 tayo. Now, this is, I said a while ago na this is dependent on the magnetic quantum number. Here is your magnetic quantum number. Ayan, 0. And take note of the electron, it's going up. Therefore, automatic, this is positive 1/2. So, ayan, complete na ang ating quantum numbers at the same time ang ating electron configuration. So, i-summarize natin, pag sinabing principal quantum number, the symbol is letter N. This will give us the main energy level. It will tell you the size of your atom. And how will you know the principal quantum number? You just look at your electron configuration and the highest number there, doon sa, di ba, partner yan, a number and a letter. So yung highest number doon will be the principal quantum number. And that will be synonymous actually to the period kung saan nakalagay ang iyong element. So, positive integers lahat. Wala ka dapat makita na negative doon sa principal quantum number. Now, pagdating sa angular quantum number, this will represent now the sublevels or the subshells. And then, please do not forget when you say the subshells, that's the SPDF. Now, your reference here will be the last electron configuration, the last one. So if gaano pa kahaba yung electron configuration mo, pagdating sa angular papunta sa spin, you just need the last one. So you have to make sure na tama ang inyong electron configuration. Kaya kapag mali na kayo sa electron configuration, lahat na ito mali na. Kasi again, nakadepende ito sa electron configuration. So subshell yung nire-represent ni angular or ni azimuthal quantum number. Ang dinidetermine actually ng angular momentum quantum number is ang shape. Kasi 'di ba remember pag S spherical, pag P is dumbbells, and then pag pag D four-leaf clover and F is somewhat like a flower. Now meron yan silang designated numbers, kaya nga quantum numbers. So kapag ka ang ending ng inyong electron configuration ay S, automatic the azimuthal or the angular quantum number is 0. That's P is 1, B is 2, and then F is 3. Now sa magnetic quantum number, this will give us the orientation of an orbital around the nucleus, kung ano na yung mga na-occupy na orbitals ng ating mga electrons. So you really need to draw orbitals here. Just do not forget na kapag S subshell lang yung ending ng electron configuration nyo, isang orbital lang yan siya. So automatic that will be 0. And then for P, always remember na it's 3 orbitals, and each orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. Pero do not forget the Hund's rule na isa-isa muna before pairing up. For D, it's 5. Para mas madali sa inyo malagyan ng number itong mga orbitals, you just have to locate the center, and then automatic, the center na orbital will be 0. Going to the right, it will be positive. So positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, ganon. And then going to the left will be negative. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So kung saan yung last electron na nalagyan ng, saan yung last na orbital na nalagyan ng last na electron, yun yung magiging magnetic quantum number. And yung spin quantum number class naman, ay nakadepende kung ang last electron nyo ay pataas or pababa. Pag pataas, it's positive 1/2. Pag pababa, it's negative 1/2. So let's have another example. Hindi ko muna i-erase dyan para may tayo, guide. Okay, let's have the sodium. Sodium is 11. So 11 yung kanyang atomic number. So pag gumawa tayo ng electron configuration, we will have 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. This is already 10. Isa na lang yung kulang natin. And this is 3s1. Ayan. This will be the electron configuration of sodium. Now, for the quantum numbers, for the principal quantum number, diba sabi ko, all you need to look at is kung ano yung pinakamalaking number dyan, yun yung principal quantum number natin. So you have 1, 2, 2, and 3. So definitely, the largest one is the 3. So this is the principal quantum number. And then for the angular momentum quantum number, this is L. Ayan. So titingnan natin ngayon yung last configuration. This is the last configuration class, 3s1. Kung ano yung letter dyan, yan yung magiging angular momentum quantum number mo. And then remember na the designated number for S is 0. So the angular quantum number here is automatically 0. Now for the magnetic quantum number, its symbol is M. So you need since this is S, so pag S, isang orbital lang yan. Ayan, isang orbital lang yan siya. And then since isang orbital, automatic this is 0. Tapos, tingnan natin ang number of electrons. Here, we only have 1. So, we will write 1 electron here. So, automatic, since dito mo siya sa orbital na to nilagay, automatic class, the magnetic quantum number is 0. Kasi again, ang name ng orbital na ito ay 0 din. And for the spin quantum number, since yung electron na ito, last electron ha, I'm talking about the last electron, is papunta sa taas. So kung papunta sa taas, it's positive 1/2. So ayan, complete na yung sets ng ating quantum number. Now, how are you going to, natin ito siya i-interpret? So ito yun siya. Pag nakita natin na pag principal quantum number niya ay 3, si sodium pala ay may tatlong main energy level na na-occupy ng electrons, and automatically makikita si sodium sa third period. So I hope you can look at your periodic table and verify if sodium is really found sa third period in the periodic table. And then for the angular momentum quantum number, since it's written there as 0, and 0 is the representative for the S sublevel, it means na sodium is found on the S block. So, yun yung ibig sabihin niya. Pag nakita nyo, yung angular quantum number niya ay 0. So, that's S, meaning this element can be found on the S block. So, this morning, just a while ago, we located saan yung S block, P block, D, and F block sa periodic table. And then, for the magnetic quantum number, so it's 0. So it's just synonymous sa kanyang angular momentum quantum number na na-occupy niya lang yung isang orbital. And then since pataas lang siya, meaning isang electron lang yun. Kasi kung negative 1/2 class, meaning dalawang electron na, kasi dapat pair sila, diba? And then, mauuna natin always sinusulat si pataas na arrow, which means isang electron lang pala ang valence electron ni sodium. So, yun yung meaning ng mga quantum numbers. So, ginawa ito ng mga scientists for us to easily distinguish the properties of the orbitals na inoccupy ng ating electrons. So, let's have another example. Yung iba na naman para mas maraming examples, mas maraming mas madali siyang maintindihan. So we have chlorine. Chlorine is 17. Okay. So ano nga yung ating electron configuration ng chlorine? Ang nasulat na natin yan kanina. Meron kayong copy? Ano nga yun? So I'll wait for the electron configuration of chlorine. Sige, hulatan natin yung electron configuration. Okay, this one is a shortcut. Cyril, Ne. So pag Ne, that is 1s2, 2s2. Very good. Okay, that's Ne. Tama din yan, Laika, 2p6. This is the neon. And then yung remaining is 3s2, 3p5. This is the correct electron configuration of our chlorine. Now, how about the quantum numbers? So you have the first one, principal quantum number. N is equal to, what's the answer here? Okay, it's 3. Very good, it's 3. Do not forget, class, na ang titingnan natin sa principal quantum number, itong malalaking number na ito, hindi yung exponent. So, kung ano yung pinakamalaki sa kanila, that will be the principal quantum number. So, ang pinakamalaki dyan ay 3. Now, pagdating sa angular quantum number, what will be the angular or azimuthal quantum number here? Bakit 1, Mecca? That is actually correct. It's 1. Pero bakit 1? Again, bakit 1? That's correct. Okay. Sige, Janica. Kasi nga, yung pagdating sa azimuthal or angular quantum number, ito lang yung titingnan natin. Ang last configuration. So, kung ano yung letter dyan, yun yung last na na-occupy. So, kung P siya, may designated number tayo sa P, P is equal to 1. Kaya 1 yung angular momentum quantum number. Next, we have the magnetic quantum number. So, magnetic quantum number is actually dependent sa angular quantum number. This is 1 which means P ito. Then do not forget na P has 3 orbitals. Ayan, tapos ganito yung gagawin mo, class. I-locate mo yung gitna, it will be 0. And then yung katabi niya ay, going to the right ay positive 1. And on the left side, that will be negative 1. Tapos, if i-fill in mo ngayon yung electrons. So, titingnan natin ngayon on the last configuration. You have here 5 electrons. We will apply the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity na isa-isa muna bawat orbital before pairing up. So we have 5 dapat. Again, 5 yung last ha. So we have 1. Going up lahat ha. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Kung saan mo sinulat ang pinaka-last na electron, lagyan ko pala tandaan, gagawin ko siyang blue. Ito yung pinaka-last na electron na sinulat, yun yung magiging magnetic quantum number natin. So the answer here ay 0. Kasi nasa 0 yung last electron. Now, for the last one, the spin quantum number. Okay, tama. This is negative 1/2. Kasi yung last again na sinulat natin na electron ay going down. Pag going down, it's negative 1/2. Ayan. Okay, last more before ako magbibigay ng merong charge. Meron kasing charge yung iba. Okay. So, we will have wait lang. We will have the silver. Okay. So, all you need to do is look at the periodic table. Ano yung atomic number ni silver? Make its electron configuration and predict the sets of quantum number. Sige, while waiting, inom muna ko water ha, wait lang. Habang nagsosolve kayo. Okay, so meron ng mga nagbigay ng electron configuration. What is the atomic number of silver class? 47. Okay, so medyo mahaba-haba. So this is 47. So if we make its electron configuration, let's have our reference here. Kasi hindi ko memorize yung arrangement nila. Mahaba na kasi ito. So you will, when we write this, you have, for the, complete, longhand. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, what's after 3p6? 4s2, after 4s2, you will have 3d10, 3d10, and then, what is this? 4p6, after that, 5s2, so pila na ni siya? 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36, 38. And then, for D. Ilan ang kulang ato? 38. 9. So, 9. So, this will be, uliton, 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36, 38. 38 plus 9 is 47. So, tanawin na to kung tama inyong answer. Okay, this is a shortcut. Yes, tama ito, krypton. Tapos, hanggang 4p6 is the configuration for krypton. So, tama na siya. 5s2, 4d9. Okay, tama. Tama din ng kay Marie. And kay George. Yeah, tama. Okay, now let's go on. Let's move on sa ating, quantum numbers. At this time, parang nagkakaiba kayo ng quantum numbers. Tama yung nyo, yung configuration. Okay, so let's have our first principal quantum number. Ano yung principal quantum number natin? Sabi ko, ang titingnan nyo, ito, mga numbers na ito, yung malalaki, coefficient. Kung sino yung pinakamalaki sa kanila, yun yung magiging principal quantum number. And then this time, meron ka ditong 5. Kaya dapat, ang principal quantum number natin ay 5 din. Okay? Kung sino yung pinakamalaki ha, it doesn't matter kung nasa last ba siya or nasa gitna ba siya. Basta yung pinakamalaking number, yun yung magiging principal quantum number. Okay? So I hope that's clear. And then, for the angular momentum quantum number, you have here, dito na, pag-start sa angular quantum number class, inyong tanawon ang pinaka-last na. Kuha? Pinaka-last. So, ano ba yung pinaka-last na configuration? This is the 4D9. So, kung anong letter yan, kung anong letter yung kasama niya, yun yung magiging angular momentum quantum number. That's D. So, the designated number for D is 2. Meaning, again, the angular quantum number here is 2. Yan. So, medyo nalito yung iba, no? 0 is for S. Yan. Next, we have, anong next? Magnetic quantum number. Now, for the magnetic quantum number, since this is D, meaning we have to write 5 orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Di na sila parehas kadakutan. 5. And then again, my instruction is to locate the center. The center will be the 0. So this is the 0. Going to the right is positive 1. Tapos positive 2. Going to the left, -1, -2. Tapos ang gagawin natin, i-fill in natin yung electrons. Again, always look at the last. For angular, magnetic, and spin quantum number, ang kailangan mo ay ang last configuration. So we have here 9. So 9 yung kanyang last electron, which means i-distribute natin siya dito. And then do not forget the Hand's rule of maximum multiplicity. Isa-isa muna before pairing up. So 9 dapat ha. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 na yon. Kulang pa tayo ng 4. So that's the time we pair. So 5, 6, going down na, 7, 8, and the last one, here, dito natin siya ilalagay. Lagay ko siya color blue para palatandaan na siya yung last na sinulat natin. So kung saan natin sinulat yung last electron, yun yung kanyang magiging magnetic quantum number. And that is nasa positive 1. So ito yung answer, class. Positive 1. Next, for the spin, that's letter S, yun pa rin. Kung ano yung last na sinulat mo na electron, titingnan mo lang kung papunta ba siya sa taas or pababa. So since that is pababa, so automatic, this is -1/2. So ito yung electronic configuration, and the sets of quantum number is 5, 2, +1, and -1/2. Questions? Yung mga merong mali sa answer, ano ang nangyari? Saan kayo nagkamali? May nalito lang? Sige. Let me clear this. So, ano ang gagawin nyo sa activity na ito? Meron ako ditong mga numbers na binigay. Ayan. Nasali ko pa yung silver, no? But it's okay. So, all you need to do is identify the electron configuration of a given electron dito sa elements natin and predict the set of quantum numbers. So, ito for example, nickel. Nickel is 2859. 28 is the atomic number. 59 is the atomic weight. So always remember na pag gumawa ka ng electron configuration, ang kailangan nyo ay ang atomic number, not the atomic weight. So gawin nyo lang yung electron configuration, tapos i-predict nyo yung sets of quantum numbers. Ang hindi ko lang naituro dito is eto. Meron siyang charge. So paano daw kung merong charge yung ating element. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng example. We have here the the calcium. So, yung binigay na calcium sa taas ay 2040. 2040. And then, this is +2. So, for example, ito yung binigay. Meron siyang charge. So, ang meaning ng charge is either nabawasan or nadagdagan ang electrons ng ating element. So, mag-iiba ngayon ang kanyang electron configuration kasi nag-iba yung number ng kanyang electron. So, kagaya nitong calcium class, originally, since 20 yung kanyang atomic number, dapat 20 ang protons niyan, 20 din yung kanyang electrons. Pero ang nangyari, merong charge na +2. Pag sinabi mong positive ang kanyang charge, ganito yung mangyayari. 20 pa rin ang proton kasi hindi nagbabago ang number of protons ng ating atoms. Ang nangyari, bakit siya naging +2? Kasi nabawasan ng 2 ang kanyang electron. So, mas madami si proton ngayon. Kaya positive. Tapos, ilan yung nabawas? 2. So, 18 electrons na lang. Therefore, ang gagawan nyo ng electron configuration ay Ito. Kasi nga, merong positive 2 sa given. So the process is still the same. You just have to write the electron configuration. Ganyan. So hanggang dito na lang siya. 3p6 na lang siya. Kasi 18 na lang yung natira sa kanyang electron configuration. Now, pagdating sa kanyang quantum number, L, M, S. Ganun pa rin. For the principal quantum number, kung ano ang pinakamalaki dyan, yun pa rin, yung principal quantum number. So that is 3. And then for angular, titingnan mo pa rin yung last, 3p6. So this is p. So the designated number for p is 1. And then for magnetic quantum number, since that is p, meaning meron kang tatlong orbital, 0 sa gitna. And then, if i-fill in mo lang yung electrons, which is 6. So, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bank yung color, 6. So, dun. So, kung saan mo sinulat yung last electron, yun yung magnetic quantum number, which is positive 1. And since that is going down, so automatic, this is negative 1/2. So yun lang. Pag merong charge, tingnan nyo lang kung ang charge ay positive, it means nabawasan si electron. So kung ano yung number sa charge na, yun yung amount na nabawas. Pero, bigyan ko kayo ng example na negative. Yung chlorine na lang. 17, 35, negative 1. Okay. So this time, yung example ko kanina is, walang charge. So ngayon, meron siyang charge. Ang mangyayari, ganito. Supposedly, pag walang charge, 17 ang protons, 17 din ang electrons. Pag meron na siyang charge, ang meaning ng negative, mas marami na ngayon si electrons ng isa. So, 17 pa rin yung protons class. Huwag niyo pakialaman yung number ng protons kasi hindi yan nagbabago. Pero pagdating sa electron, since negative yan, meaning mas marami daw siya ng isa. So, 18 electrons. So, yun yung kaibahan nila ngayon. Pag positive ang charge, nababawasan si electron. Pag negative ang charge, nadadagdagan ang electron. So since pareha silang 18, 18, magkapareha sila ng electron configuration, magkapareha din sila ng set of quantum numbers. Kasi 18 pa rin naman, 'di ba? Naintindihan, class? Questions? Questions, class? Bigyan ko kayo ng hindi kapareha para may example talaga. Oxygen. Oxygen, negative 2. This is 8. Okay. For example, you have here oxygen. Supposedly 8 protons and 8 electrons ito. Pero since meron kang charge dyan, meaning 8 protons pa rin, pero this time, mas marami ng dalawa si electron. So, magiging 10 electrons ito. So, ito yung susundin nyo, yung 10 electrons pag may charge. So, pag ginawa nyo yun, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So, 6 plus 4, that's 10. So, automatic, this is 2 kasi pinakamalaki sa kanila. And then, this is p. So, the designated number for p is 1. And then, for magnetic quantum number, draw tayo ng orbitals. So, 0 sa gitna, positive 1, negative 1. And then, i-fill in natin kung ilang electrons itong nasa last. So, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ayan. So, ang last na electrons na sinulat mo, yun yung magiging magnetic quantum number, which is positive 1. And then for the spin quantum number, since this is going down, so negative 1/2. So, yun yung magiging difference class kapag ka may charge yung given. Questions before tayo mag-move on sa pag-answer nyo ng inyong activity. So, answeran nyo lang ito. These are just 6 elements. Electron configuration plus the sets of quantum numbers. And then, answeran nyo lang itong guide questions. I-describe nyo lang yung mga rules involved in electron configuration at the same time sa quantum numbers. So, ito lang naman, and then conclusion. You can, yeah, handwritten. I want this handwritten in a clean sheet of paper. I don't care kung anong klaseng paper yan, bond paper ba yan, yellow paper ba yan, basta malinis. And then, you don't need to copy this one. You just have to write this. Yung element. Sulat nyo lang kung anong element. Hindi ako manghula anong element ang nilalagyan nyo ng electron configuration and quantum numbers. So, I want this handwritten. Picturean nyo lang and send you sa Schoology. I want to see the longhand na electron configuration. Ha? Anything else? No definite deadline. You can pass until next week after the exam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sige, kay 30 minutes na lang man din yung natira. I believe may klase pa kayo after. So, yun lang.